Now for the large surface mount capacitors, they are polarized, meaning they have a positive and negative. You need to make sure to get them the right way. The base of them is shaped, which matches the shape of the outlines on the board. In this case, they'll both end up with the black line on the right hand side, but assuming you have in the same orientation that I do. It's important that you do, in this particular case, I'm actually running this one bridged, so I don't necessarily need output caps, and I'm going to leave them off to save a buck or so. So I'm just going to install these two capacitors over here on the left, but even if you are installing all four, make sure you install these left ones first, because if you install these ones, you'll have a very, very tough time getting the soldering iron in to solder this point here when there's already a capacitor here. So make sure you do those ones first. Now I find with these larger ones, it's actually easiest again to add a little bit of solder to the pad first. Not a whole lot, just enough for it to stick to. You don't want a big pool like you did with the inductors. But add that solder, then add some flux to both pads. And these are actually big enough that they'll heat up slowly enough you can hold them by hand. Just get them aligned the best you can and press down a bit. Then you can just heat up the end of them and they'll sink right into the solder, and pretty much perfect. So they're a lot easier to align that way than trying to do them by trying to hold these big clunky things with the tweezers. Then you can just go solder the other side. I'm going to do this other one first. So again, just a little pillow of solder, flux on both pads. Hold it in place as centered as possible. And just melt that side while applying light pressure. And then you can just go back and solder these other sides, which are a little bit of a tricky angle with the inductor in there, but not bad as long as you did them before the other capacitors are in the way. So those are done.